some right-wing comedy. The only kind
this will
of
put you in a
comedy.
good mood. So this is from, who is this from? The United Spot. I've never heard of them before. We bring memes to life. So that's really fun. I love that.
Quote unquote comedy in the bio, in parentheses, in caps, original content, parody/satire, in caps, funny videos.
It looks like, AI has gone so far. It's come so far. Remember those jib jab things where you used to be able to send like you singing Merry Christmas to your friends as elves? Like this is, I guess, the new version of that, and the right is using it for comedic purposes.
I'm so afraid of what we're gonna see. Oh my god!
Damn, Dougie! Where are the Doritos at? Here they are, honey. Good job, Dougie. A good job that deserves a BJ. Oh, Dougie, you know I don't cheat on Willie. Hey, Kamala, I found you a bigger bag. Oh, good. This bag is so much bigger than Doug's bag.
I think we can cut it better.
Do you remember Angela Anaconda? That's what those faces remind me of, like that old Nickelodeon show.
That face was terrifying.
Not remotely recognizable as Kamala
Not
Harris.
at all. And they're doing just like a 1920s racist voice.
Let's do the most racist voice for a black person we can. I'm not sure how if they're dubbing these themselves or if it's like some AI voice they're putting onto it.
We bring
Why is it
memes to
Wizard of
life.
Oz?
Yeah, good question.
Public domain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. It's old enough for them to use, fair use. But why did they care that she likes Doritos? I've got to I don't understand. This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
I also don't fully understand the context. Was it that she wanted 2 bags, or she went back for another? There was something that it was like people were almost like she's too overzealous about the Doritos.
That sounds like people maybe nitpicking.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm pretty zealous about
Mexican
Doritos.
So we talked about this.
Oh, right.
If you can go to the.
This is why she wants open borders, because she wants more Doritos coming over with all the migrants and things like that.
So Doritos Gate. You guys have your head in the sand on this, or in the Tostitos maybe. Doritos Gate is Tim Walz and Kamala Harris were at a.
This was at the Sheets, right?
Sheets, yeah, and apparently,
in Western PA.
They said it confirms that everything they do is staged. Because Tim Walz handed her a big bag of Doritos when she already had a bag of Doritos. And Russell Brand talked about this for about 5 minutes. Maybe we can play that for a little bit in a second. But this is a huge issue, because if they will lie to you about whether Kamala stages her Sheets
appearance to get Doritos,
what won't they lie to you about? I think we know, right? Do we know the things they lie about that are maybe more important than Doritos, and part of that is Armenia genocide.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't need to scrutinize the Sheets Doritos.
But they don't want to talk about that. They actually, but the right likes. They wish the genocide was more escalated. So these are the big things that they have to focus on here, and they can't even focus on things that maybe the left would, which is like her prosecutorial record, because they enjoy those kinds of things as well. Do we have it?
Yeah, we do.
All right.
So pull over. This is All You Awakening Wonders, is Russell Brand, the guy who's facing some serious allegations that he seems to think we're all bad faith. Yeah, just play a little bit of this. And maybe start it in the middle of when they're actually playing the thing, or right before, yeah. So here's Russell Brand, and listen to how serious this is.
Farmers. If you cared about ordinary people, you wouldn't govern the way they govern, and you wouldn't create the kind of propaganda they create. Let's have another look at the what will surely be known as Dorito Gate. And a gate made of Doritos would be more useful than a government made of individuals like these.
It's like the Zapruder film.
There you go.
because we get on so well, and this is how it'll be when we're running America. Like, he'll find the Doritos and present the Doritos, and it won't matter that there's endless forever wars across Europe and across the Middle East, and that we're facilitating endless American misadventure that endlessly impoverish American taxpayers, and it won't matter that you're being censored and surveilled and offered as the only token of your freedom, the ability to stare at a screen and consume, and that instead of addressing
by watching
price
your
gouging,
show,
we'll address the disgusting food
I'm
that
glad
you're
he dropped the
fed.
silly accent.
whatever.
Offering
I just want to make sure that was in there because it says instead of addressing price gouging, we'll address the disgusting food you're eating. That is Russell Brand's authoritarian, libertarian, or anarchistic politics coming out because actually Kamala Harris
has a price gouging plan.
Price gouging policy. The Republicans call that communism. In fact, the title of this episode, if you just can go over it, is called like Kamala Harris's Communist Manifesto revealed. Russell Brand is the one that says, you know what we should do to address health in this country is all you gross MFers eating disgusting stuff like Doritos need to step your game up. And that's why he supported RFK, because RFK's health policy is also like, well, we need to look at why all these people are eating these bad things. And it's like conveyed as a critique of corporate sort of egg policy or whatever, but it's really just misanthropic, like it's fudge rounds. Like that's why people like that dumb history or country music guy that we all forgot about now.
Right.
I wonder if Russell Brand ever watched that Lindsay Owens clip we played from CNBC about, the egg producers being found, to have
gouged.
Gouged and cold their supply literally intentionally to raise egg prices. I guess Russell Brand is just more concerned about whether Kamala Harris has a penchant for nacho cheese Doritos on the road. Relatable.
Obviously, we should all be eating an all meat and raw milk and the egg diet. That like his hero Bear Grylls, and I don't know what Joe Rogan's on this week. I will say I'm happy he dropped the silly accent there at the end and started speaking normal during his rant. I always love when British people just like drop the pomp and circumstance and just start speaking normal. So.
Can't believe I ever thought that dude was funny, to be honest. After seeing
I'll be honest, the thing where he's like, it would be more useful than a gate made of Doritos. I'll be honest, that's the type of humor I was there for. But then you have to buy into a stupid thing like I care about the Doritos thing of these people. And actually, that's the problem is like he'll reference like forever wars or whatever. Yeah. He calls what's going on in Israel-Palestine a war and says like of course everyone wants to end it. And like immediately after that clip, we don't have time to play it, but he criticizes somebody who was protesting the DNC and says like, well, yeah, of course we all want the war to end, but this person is wearing a mask, and if they believe that like COVID happened, then can we really trust them about Israel-Palestine, and are they just bedazzled by the spectacle? And it's just like, you're an ass. I mean, he's a venture capitalist media.
If they're lying to you about Doritos, what else are they lying to you about?
Genocide, Russ. Same with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Carnivore diet will fix that.
All right, before we go,
hippies are so weird. They're always so weird.
Hi, folks. Hey, you've heard me criticize how the mainstream media across the political spectrum either fails to report on important stories or prioritizes their own bias over balanced and comprehensive news coverage. Well, that's why I use Ground News as a solution on a daily basis. Longtime sponsors gather related news and add important context so you can understand how each outlet reports on it and maybe sometimes skews the facts. This, and being so close to the presidential election, you're going to see rhetoric against Harris and Tim Walz is only going to intensify. So I can't recommend enough that you check out Ground News's election page. My Vantage plan gets me access to their election-focused blind spot feed and diverse perspectives on each candidate so I can find the truth on who they really are, not just hear the loudest, most biased opinions. And areas where, frankly, the left or the right is not covering. For each story you read on their platform, you're going to find article Ground News found reporting on it, as well as tags to the next source indicating if they're independently owned or not, how credible their reporting is, and if they have any political bias one way or another, making it really easy to critically analyze different perspectives and come to your own conclusions. Their mission aligns so much with what we try to do on this show. We try and make you more media literate. So I can't recommend enough going to ground.news ground.news/majority or scanning my QR code to subscribe. Ground News is independent and subscriber supported. My viewers, however, will save 40% on the same Vantage plan that I use for unlimited access to all their features on a daily basis. Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.